Baba Dr. Brother Samori Camara, aka Kweku Sapo Kantanka.
Oh,
That's my Ghana name. Yeah.
oh, I like it. I like it. You're the owner of Kamali Academy, correct?
Kamali Academy. Mm-hmm.
All right. I know a lot of people know you from there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So can you tell me we're here at the Legon Botanical Gardens? Can you tell me why we're here today?
So we're here at Legon Botanical Gardens, which is a 124-acre garden park where we'll be having our school. We're starting a liberation school, Abibifahodie, Adesuabea, and which means African liberation, right? Liberation school. And so that's why we're here. We're just continuing the legacy of Kamali Academy, in the United States of America, bringing it here to Ghana. There's no African-centered education in Ghana. I don't know if there's much African-centered education across the African continent. So we want to make sure that if we have our children here, we want to make sure that they get an African-centered education. We have more and more Ghanaians who are coming on board. We have people who are repatriating who say, look, I was in the African-centered schools in the United States of America, in Atlanta, and in other places. We want to make sure our children continue to get that kind of education. So we wanted to make that happen. Myself, Dr. Obalale Kambon, and his wife Kala Kambon, we decided to make it happen. That's why we're here. I think it's going to be beautiful. As I said, I think people are starting to realize that we need a different kind of education, an education that is centered upon us, an education that teaches us who we are, where we're from, and where we could go if we are liberators and revolutionaries for ourselves and for our nation and for our community in general. I'm excited. So this is what I do anyway, right? Every day I'm online trying to help people become warrior teachers, trying to help our children, find their passion, find their interest, find their purpose. So I'm just going to continue that work here. We're going to continue that work here in Ghana. So I think it's going to be a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. So can you give us just an idea what a typical day here at African Liberation School would be like?
Okay. There's going to be a lot of play. Our children learn a great deal through play. You'll see a lot of multi-age classrooms. We don't believe that just because you are 7, that's the most important thing about you, right? We want to make sure that the older children have the ability to be jignas or I don't even want to use the word mentor, but you know what I mean, for the younger students, and also give the younger students someone to look up to, right? But we'll have Tree. Tree will be the main language of instruction. I'm still getting my Tree game on, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting my my fluency together.
Yeah, right? You're supposed to be fluent by when?
By December.
All right.
See what you don't know is okay. I'm already halfway there. I'm nice with it. You know
all right. You nice.
I've been in Ghana for a year, and also I was learning before I even got here with Kamali Academy and our students there.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. Tree is going to be a very, very big part of what we're doing. We want our children to have an African tongue. We all should have an African tongue.
Absolutely.
And just because you're an adult, don't think that you cannot learn many more languages. You're in a better position than your children. Just look it up if you don't believe me, right? What you'll see is our children doing a lot of doing, not much sitting, not much listening to somebody talk to them and trying to pour information into their mind. Our children will be discovering, exploring, and doing things all across this park. Man, it's going to be a beautiful thing. I can't even wait to see how much spontaneous learning happens. Because our children, we are the curriculum, right? So we don't have like a set curriculum. We're using Kamali Academy as a base, but we're going to take our children's interests and incorporate that thing into it. We're going to have African engineering. Of course, we're going to have the Tree language. We're going to have all these different things that our children will be doing here at Abibifahodie, Adesuabea.
So about the parents, I know one of the components of the school is that parents should be participating. Can you tell us what ways would parents be participating?
So depends on who the parent is, right? You have your personal skills and talents that you would like to give to the to the community and to our school. We ask you to bring it. So we have a brother who's going to be teaching art. We have a brother who is all about agriculture and growing and teaching our children that. Bring your skills. We have a brother who will be doing African engineering. We have people who will be doing different things with us. And if you can't be here, every day, or if you can't be here a couple days a week, you can help out in different ways. Maybe you're just monetarily helping out. Maybe it's just providing transportation when we go on our excursions or field trips to different places. There's many different ways that you can help out, but we definitely do not want a situation where we have a stop, drop, and roll kind of mentality with our children's education. You can't just stop, drop them off, and keep it moving and just come pick them up and think that's going to be it. We're not going to raise your children. I know it takes a village, yes.
Absolutely.
But you are the main person who is the main teacher of your child, right? And every day you're teaching them. With the way that you talk, the way that you act, the way that you do anything in your life. So you still the main teacher. We're just helping you out on your journey, on your child's journey to being African revolutionary and warrior scholar.
Right. Thank you so much. So what would you say to those repatriates that are on the way here or thinking about coming here and thinking about their education, the education of their children, which is one of the main priorities for repatriates on the way? I
would say whether or not there's a school that you can plug right into, you should be homeschooling your own children. The miseducation here in Ghana is rampant. The Eurocentric education is rampant, and so I wouldn't put my child into a school here, unfortunately. I mean, I would put him in Abibifahodie, Adesuabea, though. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I wouldn't put him in a school here. I mean, aside from the miseducation, the teachers are poorly trained. They'll be caning your children and all that kind of stuff, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. But just visit, and you will see that this is probably the place for you. You know, I mean, we already know the United States is not the place for you.
Absolutely.
Right? So just go ahead on and do what you say you're about. So many of us say we're about that African stuff, but we're afraid to leave the plantation. Venture out of the plantation. See what else is out there. You know? And if you might not have a job. Don't come here looking for a job. Come build something. Our people need it. You need it for yourself, for your own sanity. There ain't no sanity in the United States of America. You already know.
Right.
Stressed out every day is killing us. The food is killing us and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just come through, and you'll meet a group of like-minded folks who will help you educate your child. That's what you want. But again, you can do it yourself, and I can help you out with that. KamaliAcademy.com.
Great. So speaking of repatriation, you moved here about a year ago, correct?
Yeah, a year ago. Yeah.
What made you choose Ghana of the 54 nations on the African continent? Why did you choose Ghana?
Ghana has just always been around for me. You know, when you get into any kind of consciousness in the black community in the United States of America, you begin to see the Dinka symbols. You know, if you know anything about Pan-Africanism, you start learning about Kwame Nkrumah. You know, if you dig a little bit deeper, you start to understand who Ya Santuai is and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it was just always there. And I got a chance to come here as a professor at Dillard University, taking students here. And I just knew that I wanted to make my way to Africa, because I'd already been telling people, man, give me 5 years, man, I'll be out here. I'm going to African continent. I'm tired of what's going on, here in the United States of America, particularly after Hurricane America, which you know is Hurricane Katrina. But as I was reading one day, I said, the book asked a question: if you look back on your life in 30 years, what will be the thing that you'll be most disappointed that you did not do? And immediately, it's like, yo, live in Africa for a while. It doesn't, maybe not forever, but at least live in Africa for a while.
Right.
And so, about 2 weeks after I read that line in that book and thought about it, I bought my ticket. 8 months out.
Wow.
I said, I'm moving next August. It's done. I had a physical school, as you know, Camara Academy. But I said that I need to be in Ghana, in Africa. So I came.
Wow.
And I'm living a beautiful life here. Like, the stress level is nil. You just feel good about it. If I didn't have the book of face, then I'd be really good, because I'm seeing y'all still suffering over there, right? Dealing with all this stuff, trying to change these Europeans who never valued your lives, never will, but yeah, come on home. It's all right. And African people love you here. You're talking about, I'm treated like a king here. I'm a big man here for some reason, right? Maybe because the European mentality is, look, you lived over there, so, but it's a different kind of ball game over here. I think you'll love it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I know you got a lot of other people who want to talk to you, but I really appreciate you taking out the time to speak with me. My show is Breaking the Chains. Repatriation Journeys. Thank you very much.
All right.